Part 9, we're installing the pistons and rods. Prep your cylinder walls by giving them a good wipe down with a lint-free rag and some brake clean. Start with the number 1 piston and rotate the crankshaft so that the journal is at the bottom center. With another lint-free rag, put a light coat of oil on the cylinder walls. Installing the connecting rod bearings, the same thing applies as for the main bearings. Clean the back side, you want no oil. And now sometimes these will have an upper and lower cap. It depends on the brand you get, but these are factory GM, so they're both the same. It doesn't matter which one goes on top or bottom. Make sure you install the rod cap on the right way. You cannot install it any other way once it's broken. Apply your assembly lube, don't get any on the mating surfaces of the cap. Last chance to ensure your piston ring orientation is correct. You'll need a piston ring compressor to put the pistons into the cylinder walls. I like the ones that are pre-made to your bore size. I'm really not a fan of the adjustable ones. It's important to get this ring compressor perfectly square on your bore. These compressors are shaped like a funnel. It's very easy to get the piston installed and started. Once you're positive you have the ring compressor square on the bore, all it takes is a little pressure to push it down and it will pop into the cylinder. As you're pushing the piston down into the cylinder, check every often that you are lined up with the journal on the crankshaft. You don't want to make any gouges to this. Once you're done, install the rod cap and move on to the next cylinder. Repeat the same process from cylinder number 1 on cylinder number 2, and then continue moving down each cylinder bank. Once you get 2 or 3 pistons installed, it's going to be very difficult to turn the crank by hand, so get out your old crank pulley bolt and use that. If the piston is being too difficult to drive in by hand, you can try some soft taps with a rubber mallet. But if that doesn't work, take it out, realign your ring compressor, and then start again. You don't want to break piston rings trying to get this in. Very lightly like so. You're basically just letting the hammer fall onto the piston on its own weight. And there it is. Now that all your pistons and rods are in place, it's time to torque down the rod bolts. Now these are used rod bolts as well. We'll be torquing them down to 50 foot-pounds in 3 passes. There is no torque sequence for the rod bolts. Just continue rotating the crank until each one becomes accessible. You will start with 15, then 30, then a final pass of 50 foot-pounds. Part 10 will be installing the camshaft, the lifters, and showing you how to set the timing of the engine. Like and follow for more.